Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. First thing I'd like to start off with is the Lamborghini, which is now finished. This one I kind of bought as an experiment. Since I've already worked on one of these, I was curious to see how much it cost to actually fix it up versus how much I can sell it for. I didn't really keep track of all the generic, the run-of-the-mill parts, the steering and suspension parts. The engine is a Pagani V12 from the Zonda. I probably should have. I didn't really keep track of how much those parts were either. They're not building one of these engines isn't particularly cheap, especially since I used performance parts to do it. But anyway, it is what it is. The body parts cost me $615,000, and the car itself is going to sell for $1.9 million plus 393,000. Call it close to 2.4 million. So it's worth doing. 2.35 million. Yeah, it's still worth doing. It's just there's still a big chunk that you have to spend to build it up. So if you're at a level where you don't have a whole lot of money, I mean, you can afford to buy the car, but you don't have a slush fund to buy the spare parts, you might want to just, stick it in your parking for a while and hang on to it until you can afford to fix it. Anyway, that's done, and we're empty. I deleted a couple of mods that I decided I didn't want to do again, and I added some more that I hadn't noticed before. So hopefully we'll have a better variety in the junkyard. Let's go see what we can find. Okay, here we are. I always hate when I come in the junkyard and there's nothing immediately visible. And this looks like something I've done before. Yeah. Is this the Mercedes? Yeah, the AMG. It's not a bad car. Definitely worth doing for the paycheck. That's a 914. Yeah, this is the one that's got that insane Bentley V12 in it. I can't believe there's only 2 cars in here. Okay, well, I don't want to do this because I don't want to do this, but I don't want to do that car again. And I don't really want to do the 914. So I'm going to reset. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, here we are again. And there's a Reptilia. And 2 Reptilias. And this is the old Stingray. And this one is like the C2, I think. The supercharged Reptilia R2 is usually worth doing because you can usually sell it for about anywhere from 150 to 200 grand. That's a good car to do for the money. Hopefully there's something else here. This is one of the in-game cars, I think. Yeah, this is like the Katsumoto. Yeah, okay. Never can remember which one of those generic sedans is which. Toyota Celica. Done that one. That's a mod I'm probably going to delete. I've done it a few times. I think I've seen everything that's worth seeing in it. This is terrible. Well, we're going to reset again because I don't want to do any of these cars. And I already did the Reptilia. And the old Reptilia is not worth doing. Yeah, I mean, it's not that valuable. And you can't even make it look very cool. So, blah. Okay, here we go again. Here we are for the third time. That looks like a Delta 88 in front of us. Yep. And what else is here? Anything? There's something, finally. Shelby GT350. Did I do one of these? I can't remember. And there's another Lamborghini Aventador. There's another Celica. Jaguar E-Type. And is this the Salem Fastback? Yeah, Salem Spectre Fastback. Well, in the interest of not resetting the junkyard over and over and over, I think we'll do this. Honestly, can't remember if I've done one of these before or not, but might as well. How much are you? 23,000? Yeah, because I know that the other Shelby that I did was the one from the barn find, and it was the race car with the wing and the single seat and all that stuff. I can remember having a GT350 in the garage, but maybe I didn't. I don't remember if I spotlighted it or not. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Let's do this car. Okay, here we are. That thing is a garish color. I wonder if that's the factory color. I didn't look. Okay, and the rest of the body parts, they don't look like there's any, doesn't look like there's any oddballs. Yeah, I remember the other one that I did had this window, the Ford Performance front window. I think that's everything, and there's probably only one plate on this car. Oh, there's something I didn't take off. It's the this thing here. I realized it when I bought those parts. Yeah, there's not one on this side. I not buy a right side mirror? I thought for sure I bought everything. I guess not. Right side mirror. Oh. Didn't notice it there because it has a different icon. Oh, and I didn't take out that old windshield either. There's that clamshell. I have to open the door to get to that. Plus the engine cover. And there's something else I didn't take out. Is there another headlight in there? There is. And look, it has a front plate. I didn't even buy... I only bought one plate because I assumed there would only be one. Okay, body at 100%. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Now let's get in. Whoops. Let's get in here. Is this one that doesn't? Oh, it does. I was like, is this one that has no radiator? There just isn't one in this car. Radiator fan housing. I don't see a brake servo or ABS anywhere. Oh, I didn't put that. I didn't get another air filter for it. Okay, I'll get my equipment moved over there so I can clean it up. This green looks kind of like the color that my Skyline has on it. It's kind of a lizard green. And that was like pipe V8, wasn't it? Front exhaust pipe V8? I think that's what that was. Oh no, V8A. So I'm not going to be able to get that here. I hate these ones where you can't get all the performance pieces. I mean, you don't have a performance piece up here, but everything after it is. But everything downstream of that would be restricted by what this can deliver. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I wish that was something I wish they would do that. Whoops. I guess I didn't buy one of those. Anyway, I wish they would go in there and I wish they would make all this stuff performance parts. Okay, let's go see what sort of a paint job we can put on this thing. I'm going the wrong way. It's over here. Yep, and this green is the factory color. So white stripes, really the only. Well, this black roof doesn't look bad. If I change the color to something else, what other? No, nothing really speaks to me there. Put the black stripes on it. Though I think with the black stripes it would really need to be white. How do I accomplish white with this? Let's see. Like that. Okay, that works for me. I like that. Yeah, definitely. That works good. That works good. I wish the stripes were further set apart. If we ever find a Ford GT40 like I'm hoping, because the Ford GT40 has a livery where it has white stripes, but they're spaced further apart than this, and it looks better to my eye at least than these tightly spaced ones. And here we have the, naturally we have the most complex of the rear ends to work on here. I think this engine is just a block and a crankshaft. The engine that was in that Lamborghini that I sold at the beginning of this at the beginning of this episode. Yep, look, it's a crankshaft and a block, and that's all. The Lamborghini that where am I? I need to go over here. Anyway, the Lamborghini that I sold at the beginning, it had the Pagani V12. I showed you that. But it started as a block and a crankshaft and nothing else. I was able to repair both of them, at least, but then I had to buy everything else separately. I probably still have some extra parts knocking around in my inventory, because I went a little bit crazy in the store and bought a few too many pieces. I'm going to have to clean my inventory out and get rid of that stuff. I hate keeping extra stuff in my inventory. Just confuses things. The way that muffler pipe clips through the lower suspension arm. It's one of those things that happens, but just annoys me every time I see it. I didn't pay attention to which sway bar that was. Sway bar B. So rear sway bar B, 2 of these. Oops, only bought 1. Let's get our brakes. And then for the bushings, of course, on this rear end, I need 8 of each. The hubs. Let's see, I need to nuke the clutch stuff and buy new ones. See, there's a gearbox from the old car, from the other car that I need to sell. Get rid of these clutch pieces. And the hubs. Okay, what else can I replace now? Shock absorber A, and all of the rear spring bits. So 2 rear shock A, 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 spring caps. And the rest of this stuff we'll make a stab at repairing. Probably won't get it all, but it's worth trying. It looks like we didn't fail to repair anything there. Just the ones that we weren't able to repair at all. Let's see, rear suspension arm. Rear drive axle and rear knuckle housing A. Now for the wheels, I'm not going to go with these. I think I'm going to just put. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Mustang wheels on it. Yeah, the Ford Mustang wheel, and those were, I forgot to look, 19-inch. The car is white and the wheels are white. That will be an appropriate match. Let's see, 305 35 19. Oh, and since I repaired the gearbox, but I'm gonna naturally, of course, I'm gonna replace it with one of these. I only repaired the gearbox so I can sell it for something more than scrap value. That's not really what I expected. Let's do this. I don't enjoy doing this part. I find this a little bit tedious. But I'm going to... yeah. I just want to see if it looks significantly different. Nope, not even a little bit. Oops, I bumped my mouse there. Shot the camera up at the ceiling. Let's see if these look at all different on the car. If they do, I'll repaint one of them. If they don't, I'm not going to bother. It is really satisfying, though, especially with this rear end in particular. When you take it all apart, get all the rusty parts out, thrown away, and you build it up with new parts, and it's nice and shiny. This is assembling one of these is really satisfying when it's all new and pristine. Yeah, I can't see. Well, wait, that one does look... I think that does look marginally brighter. Yeah, it definitely looks brighter. It's not as strong a difference as I thought it would be. But it is when you really look at them together, it's no, this is the one that's painted. Well, crap. That was not at all what I was hoping would happen. wish you could zoom in. I wish you could zoom in. You can't get a really good view. What I want to do is... No? What if I do like that? Crud. This is where it gets to be a pain in the butt. The color it shows is the same, and it doesn't show the difference on there, so I end up doing these one at a time. And I know at least one of these got chrome on it. And it's not that one. There, that looks 1,000 times better. There we go. At least it's... I don't know if the chrome coloring really works well with the white on the car. It does look better than the stock wheel. Maybe it looks better from a distance. At least from here, you can really tell that it's not, that it's not just stock. No, don't take that out. Somehow I clicked on the, I was trying to get to the other wheel and I clicked on the radiator fan housing. And I was like, no, don't remove that, I put it in. Okay, doke. Let's take that block out. And we'll put it on here. Oops, I want to turn it over. And this way we can get in here and just take the engine block off, so that when we go to do our repairs, because we've already repaired the crankshaft, I never can remember which oil pan this thing uses. It's probably this one. But the V8J engine's a little bit different. I haven't memorized all those parts yet. What was I going to get? I got rings. I remember now. So that we can get cracking on the engine right away once I'm done putting the front end back together. So I need shock A. And how many bushings am I going to need to get? I'm going to need to get like 8 bushings, I think. Yes. And then the sway link. Sway B and sway A. That doesn't spell sway. Okay, let's get our brakes and the hubs. And the hubs. That one will be easy. They're all the first 3. So we'll get the front brakes now. Oop, I only got 1 disc. And then the hubs are these. Whoop. Thought I hit the arrow button to flip to 2, but I didn't. And then I think the rest of this stuff I can attempt. No, the tie rods have got to go. Okay, let's see what we can repair now. I repaired that engine block, that's nice. Throw it back over here. Okay, what else do I need to get? I didn't repair the cross member. And what was that? That was front steering knuckle D and cross member D. I really cannot type today. Okay, so let's do this way. Damn it, those were 19s. I should have just gone ahead and bought the tires. 285, 35, 19. I know that other wheel is done. Thought I'd see how much I could get thrown on here. All those excess V12 parts that I still have floating around. It's too bad that I can't have the livery with the black roof and the black stripes. I think that would look pretty cool too. Yeah, it was oil pan V8. I should have known. This is going to be one that I'm going to have to break out a bunch to buy parts because I don't remember what all this thing takes. V8J engine heads. I'm not sure if those are in the performance shop. Oh, they are. Okay, cool. One of these... what the hell is happening? I was stuck spinning around the engine. Anyway, I was saying one of these Ford engines doesn't have performance heads. It might be the GT40, the Windsor race engine. I can't remember. Or the V8C, I think it is. Camshaft V8J. Manifold V8J. So they do have the manifolds, but they don't have the cams. Undoubtedly it's going to need those camshaft caps too. So I need 16 of those, and the cam gears. And there's timing V8J. No, I think it's timing V8L for this engine. It has these ridiculous little chains that go between the camshafts. And there's shoes also. See, this one has sucked me in close. And it won't let me get back out. Same thing with this stupid piece. Fuel rail DI, throttle. Come on. Throttle B V8. I don't think that there is a throttle. I don't think that there's a throttle B in here. Yeah, no, there isn't. Oh man, I can't type tonight to save my life. I keep thinking I need to get that power steering pump too, and I didn't get it last time. And I need to buy coils. I can see that, as you can tell, because the spark plugs are sitting in the metal collars. And ignition coil will fit over that. Oh, there's that engine cover. Need head covers too. I thought I bought 2 of those. Okay, there's that timing chain V8L. No, not K. And there's a shoe for this too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, timing shoe V8J. Still need timing cover and water pump. Crankshaft pulley. It's not an OHV, so it's just crankshaft V8. And water pump V8. I don't think there's a V8J water pump, so hopefully it's just that one. I'm sure there's going to be some rollers. And belts, of course. So roller B. There's probably a belt tensioner too. And I bet there's another roller. From the shape of that one belt, I bet there's another roller. Yep, right there. And a belt tensioner here. And roller A. We're almost done. Get the head covers and the coils and the coil covers on, and the engine is ready to go. Okay, she's ready to go. Perfect. wonder if I bought a starter. And I did not buy a starter. I was trying to remember because when I finished working on the Lamborghini, I made sure to buy a starter before I finished building the engine. And then I forgot to buy one for this car. Okay, that should be 100%. Yep, perfectly done. And now we'll send it over to the dyno and see what kind of a monster we've built. It should be pretty powerful. So we've got 493 horsepower. I would say we're going to get over 700 easily. Yep. You'd have to get closer to 1,000 horsepower to X to 100% double it, but 828 is a lot. And you know, the chrome rims look better in here than they did out there in the garage. To see how they look outside. What am I looking for here? Move car. There we go. So there's the modders info there, created by DeadBob777. I've never been in a Shelby modified Mustang, so I have no idea what they look like inside, but it looks pretty well modeled here at least. And it has an honest-to-God gear shift, which I always appreciate, as opposed to those cars that have the flappy paddles. Still wish I could close the door from inside the car, though. Alright, let's take her out for a spin and see what she's got. Okay, here we are. Let's see how it looks outside. Yeah, I can definitely live with how that looks. I think the black stripes set off the white very nicely. And the rims chromed. They look different. They look better out here in the sunlight than they did inside. Of course, no, this thing has 820 something horsepower. So hopefully it's not going to be like that car the other day that had 1,200 horsepower and was just all over the track. Put race tires on this car instead of slicks like I did on that other one, so it should be more controllable. And it's not zigzagging all over the place. It is drifting around, though. I wish they wouldn't do that. 193 miles an hour. Yeah. Definitely worth definitely worth everything that's gone into it. 193 is highly respectable, I think. Okay, cool. So we've made what I think is a nice looking car. Yeah, I think it came out really well. I already have one of the DLC Fords in my private collection, the 5.0 Mustang. don't really have any desire to keep one of these, but I'm sure I will find another one if I ever decide I want to keep one. But for the purposes of what we're doing here today, it's time to sell the car. And I was thinking too, I could easily get the speed up over 200 miles an hour by fooling with the gearbox, but that's not really what I'm trying to accomplish here. I just want to, 192, you saw that there? 192 is the max that the gearbox is set for at the moment anyway, so that's perfectly fine. If somebody else wants to go out and kill themselves in this car, they can do it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sell it. Looks like about $233,000. Yep, I'll take that kind of payday all day long. And that will bring this adventure to a close. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again for our next Junkyard adventure, which hopefully we will find something cool on the first try instead of having to go again and again and again. Actually, I was thinking that since I'm still sitting on these cases, some of them are bound to have barn locations in them, and I'm keeping the ones that are in my inventory as it is, as kind of a buffer between old parts and new parts, which is why they're there, in case you're wondering. But if I get extras beyond these, I will use them, and we might do some barns instead of the junkyard, because the junkyard has been really kind of cheap lately as far as what kind of selection we've had available to us. But that's for another time. So on that note, bye for now.